What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, we're going to talk about Banishers Ghosts of New Eden getting delayed, another game being pushed, another game getting pushed because this upcoming fall, or really the fall that we're already in right now, is absolutely packed. And as I've said before, I'm going to say it here as well, I highly respect these companies when they are, and this is another absolute example of that. Don't Nod just kind of comes right out and talks about as the market is experiencing an intense release cycle for AAA titles. So they're well aware of all of the games that are about to come out. I mean, we already have had games like Starfield, Payday, Lies of P, etc. And we obviously have quite a few to go in October and November. But I want to throw this out, okay? So they delayed it till February 13th. There's the news if you want to click away right now. But can I just say something here? We talked about this actually on a video on this channel a few weeks ago. February and even January are getting packed, and I actually think they're almost as bad, if not as bad, as what we're experiencing in October and November. You know, again, like, I respect companies moving out of this window because they just realize that their games are going to get crushed, but at the same time, they're all moving to another period where their game most likely will get crushed. And I gotta say it, number one, I actually think Banishers Ghosts of New Eden looks really good. There was a gameplay trailer that came out last week. They showed like full-on gameplay. The game looks really, really cool. I'm very excited for this game. Definitely an under-the-radar game I think a lot of people will sleep on. But here's the thing. I think people will still sleep on it. February 13th. So let's take a quick look. I believe this is just February. Final Fantasy, Suicide Squad, Persona, Helldivers, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. You go to January, you have things like Alone in the Dark and Tekken and a few others. That's like 9 games just right there. I guess counting this game, I think that's 9 that I listed. That is nuts. And that is in about, I would say, maybe a 6-week window from mid-January to the last day, basically, of February, because I believe Final Fantasy is just at the very, very end, right? So in that 6-week window, you got probably 8 to 9. And yes, they're not all massive, but I mean, Final Fantasy's massive, Suicide Squad's massive, Persona's massive to a specific audience for sure. Helldivers is a little bit smaller. I think there's still going to be games that are absolutely crushed, and I gotta be honest with you, I think a game like Banishers is one of them. I think because, I mean, it sucks because it's like a new IP, and you want these things to do well to kind of like tell the industry, hey, we'll buy new things, right? We want new things. I want it to do good, partially just for that reason, right? Just to kind of prove that point. But I think the game is going to get overlooked by a lot of people even just because of that. And again, coming out in the middle of that absolute Avalanche Part 2, I guess, right? I don't know. I really don't know if it's going to do well. So I got to give them props for moving. Obviously, partially a news video here too, telling you it got delayed, but also I'm pretty worried that it really won't actually matter, and that games such as this in that January and February time, which again, like Alone in the Dark was moved. There was a couple games that just got themselves kicked right out of this fall on purpose, moved themselves to the January, February period. And I mean, again, when they all do it, I don't really know how that helps. So I think you gotta I think some of these games might get pushed again. I think maybe something like even Suicide Squad maybe stands a chance to get delayed. We'll see. We'll see as the months go on. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.